Ventura County Nightly Business Report. I'm your host, Bill Frank. This is a segment that we call CEO Sit Down, where I sit down with a CEO or major executive of a local company, and we discuss their company's impact on Ventura and Santa Barbara County. My next guest is a book publicist par excellence. She's here to tell us about publicity in the internet age. Barbara Gaughen001 is the founder of Gaughen Global Public Relations, an author, a business leader, and a public speaker. Her public relations firm is now in its 25th year. Barbara earned her BA from San Diego State University and master's work in organizational behavior from the University of California at Santa Barbara and San Diego State University. Barbara was a radio show talk host. Her radio show, Inspiring Conversations with Business and Educational and Spiritual Leaders, was broadcast worldwide for the Radio for Peace International. She's the past president of the Book Publicists Association of Southern California. Her late husband, Dr. Robert Mueller, was former Assistant Secretary General to the United States. Welcome, Barbara. How are you today?
I'm great, thank you.
Oh, so glad to have you on the show. So I want to review back over your 25 years in the publicity business. You've seen some changes there, no doubt about that. There's a lot going on in publicity that really business owners themselves can do on their own, what I call DIY publicity, do-it-yourself publicity. Now, in some ways this is a good thing, and in other ways this is a bad thing. So if you will, just highlight for us what are the advantages and disadvantages of this DIY publicity.
Well, there are no real advantages or disadvantages to anything. It all begins with one word: awareness. Who are you? What do you want to have the world know about you? When you know who you are, then you become more of that in the world that is business, in your networking, on the internet, hiring a publicist, whatever you decide you want to do. And I'll give you a real strong example. When I opened my first company, Gaughen Global PR, I started in Ventura. And I started in Ventura because I felt like it was the place that businesses could just boom if they knew what they wanted to do. So we went on California Street and opened up our first office down in Ventura. Well, I live in Santa Barbara, but you know the statement that you are the expert if you're away from the community that wants to hire you? Well,
That's
guess
right.
who my first client was? The city of Santa Barbara. How did that happen? We did a little performance down in Ventura for the city of Ventura for the homeless, believe it or not. And that's because I believe everybody deserves dignity and respect. So we did a little seminar for the homeless. The Santa Barbara City Council heard about it, invited us up and said, you know, we have a lot of homeless people here. And they're living in these open front store buildings that have no occupants. We really think we should bring our shoppers back to Santa Barbara. Well, see, how would you think shoppers and homeless would go together? But it was who I am. It's my values and what I was projecting. Well, anyway, to make a long story short, you've all shopped at the Paseo Nuevo. That was my first big account, and we brought the shopping back to Santa Barbara. But it was from who I was that I got my business, not from me going out and marketing.
Now that's fascinating. So the first step, know who you are, know what it is you want to attract. But now we have these new tools in the DIY publicity area that really amplify your voice. There are tools such as Facebook, Google+, Twitter, you have YouTube, a lot of them that are out there, including blogs and websites. So as you take a look at those, which of those tools is the most important for businesses that are trying to amplify their message to the world?
Number one, website. Number one, know your website audience. Know your audience, and then go and do a Google search on key words. Even the name of your website has, well, Home Depot, of course, is going to be called www.homedepot.com. But if you're a new business and you want to attract more business, what do you want your website to be called? Do a Google search on some of the words that you think would attract the people that you want to do business with. And you know, life is really about who you're with in business, who you're with at home. It's who you're with in your social time. Everything you do reflects who you are. But do use that God-given gift called Google and do your research first. Number one, your website. Number two, LinkedIn. And number three, Facebook.
Number 1, 2, and 3. Now, Barbara, I hear a recurring theme in every answer that you give, and that is that you need to know yourself, certainly, but you also need to use your networking tools. So, am I wrong in saying that networking on the internet is really no different than networking in public? You just have different tools to send your message out?
Well, it's true what you're saying. I like LinkedIn and I like Facebook because when I see something I really like, I will click like, and I know that will go to my Facebook audience. They will be able to see that I like that. And it is an instant communication. I didn't have to tweet. I didn't have to use my Twitters. I didn't have to go to @Oprah or anything else. I just liked something. That's number 1. Find the things that are like your business and push in like. Number 2, LinkedIn. I say, anybody that wants to be your friend on LinkedIn, let them be your friend. The more people you have on LinkedIn, the better off you're going to be. But make sure that your profile and your photograph on LinkedIn match you. The other day I got a new member on my LinkedIn group, and he said, I love your photograph. And I thought, well, isn't that interesting? Of all things to say, I loved your photograph. So you just have to be sure your presence on the internet reflects who you are.
All right. Now, Barbara, you're going to be addressing the Book Publicists of Southern California meeting on Thursday, June the 21st, to really talk about this subject of publicity in the 21st century. What's the most important thing you're going to tell that audience?
Again, how do you keep pace with what's going on today? You can't do it all. All you can do is know who you are. I go right back to that again because the business today is the attraction business, not the push and shove, not the coercion. It's attraction. So I say, how do you keep pace with the business today? Pay attention. All of these tools are there. Every single morning I do a Google search on my name. I want to know who's talking about me. I want to know what's going on. How many people know about Google Alert? And I tell them, if you don't have your name on Google Alert, like now I'm working with Dan Pointer, I have his name on Google Alert. I have the Global ebook Awards, Google Alert. Every morning when I go to my email, I see what's happening with my name, my website, and anybody that I am working with in my public relations business. And then I'm able to face the world with the newest knowledge and latest information.
Now, Barbara, I'm going to stop you right there because how do you advise clients to spend their time with social media? I mean, can't all this social media choices be overwhelming?
That is overwhelming, absolutely. I would say that if I were to do anything to advise anybody, make sure your website's up to date. Make sure your picture's up to date. Make sure you have a one-page press release that's going to allow people to know about you, that you can send out instantly. Like today, I sent you 10 questions that you could ask me. Make sure you have 10 questions, a JPEG of whatever you're doing, your book cover, your business card, or whatever, and make sure it really represents you. You don't have to do Twitter all the time. It's almost a nuisance. We're not New York. I don't care if the food company is out in front of my house. You know, get quiet, create a great website, focus on breaking news. Understand that you may be blogging someday, but you don't have to be committed to blogging every day. You don't have to do that. Just really take advantage of what's already there. And when I say take advantage of it, take advantage. If you're a book author, take advantage of Amazon. Let them do the work for you. Get people to review your book. Let Amazon send out the books for you.
All right. Now, this is the type of advice that you're going to be giving in your speech to the book publicists. Let me just give the details of that event for my viewers who might be interested. It's this Thursday night, June the 21st. It's at the Sportsman's Lodge in Studio City. That's 12833 Ventura Boulevard. The meeting is in the Waterfall Room. Reception begins at 5:30, the buffet at 7 o'clock, and your program begins at 8:15. Now, Barbara, I want to switch gears for just a minute because you mentioned in an earlier answer about ebooks and the Global eBooks Awards that are coming up. Now, you're instrumental in the Global eBook Awards, but I want to start with the most basic of questions. Are print books dead, and are ebooks going to take their place?
Well, ebooks are the future. Let's just be straight about that. Just think about this. You're traveling, you're an author, and you have to go make a speech in Kansas, and you're in Santa Barbara. What's the best thing you could bring with you? A coupon on how to get your book from an ebook. You don't have to have a huge, big suitcase full of books now. You can bring 2 or 3 books that you can show the cover from, or you can, bring the coupon plus a book and give it away as a gift. But the most important part about an ebook is it allows authors who may not have a literary agent, who may not have a presence in the published world, to become authors. Once you become an ebook author, then you have the world opens up to you. You are now an expert in that field, and you become, like I said, who you are even stronger because you have an ebook. Are print books dead? Absolutely not. My house is full of wonderful print books. I pick them up all the time. In fact, I pick up the old ones. How to get control of your time in your life. I pick up House Heal. I pick up Book Blitz, how to get your book into the news and become a bestseller. And I open it up to just the page I seem to need. I like doing that.
There's something to be said about the tactile feel of a book, no question about it. But you're very passionate about ebooks, and we've got the Global eBook Awards that are coming up later this year in August. What's your role in the Global eBook Awards?
Well, because I've known Dan Poynter half my life, I am the publicist for Dan Poynter's Global eBook Awards. We're in our second year, almost 1,000 entries, almost 300 judges, reading the most wonderful books, and these are authority experts. I'm reading marketing and book business because that's what I'm an expert in. And it's August 18th, and the good news, we have Mary Lou Henner as our keynote address. Mary Lou Henner, as you know, is doing the Total Memory Makeover right now, and she is going to talk to us at August 18th and at the University Club in Santa Barbara, and we have people flying in from Canada. In fact, we have 16 countries representing their ebooks in our Global eBook Awards, and you can go www.globalebookawards.com and check out more information.
Oh, that is great. Barbara, you have probably piqued the interest of many of the viewers. They want to learn more about you, learn more about your publicity firm. If they are interested, where would you direct them to go on the internet?
I go to globalebookawards.com because everything I do is right there. You'd see the proof is in the pudding of what I talk about. But my email is so simple. It's Barbara, B-A-R-B-A-R-A, @rain.org. But if you do a Google search, as we started our program today, I said go to Google. Go Google and go Barbara, Gaughen-Muller, and you will see thousands of places I have talked. I have had articles written about. Right now I write for the Going Organic Guide, and I write a Caregiver's Corner, and I've written things all over the place, and I have public relations that really make a difference because I believe each of us has a purpose bigger than just going to the grocery store and going to work every day.
Well, that is wonderful. Barbara, thank you so much for being my guest here on CEO Sit Down. We'll talk to you down the road.
Thank you so much, Bill.
Thank you, and I'll be back with more of Ventura County Nightly Business Report after these words from our sponsors.